This is the Capstone project on how to acquire and build vocabulary knowledge to take the IELTS test based on the book Essential Words for the IELTS by Dr. Lynn Lougheed. My project artifact is an online vocabulary lab called Lex It Up, which is basically helping language learners to develop a strategy to practice the words of the book Essential Words for the IELTS. I am an English teacher who has struggled teaching vocabulary effectively and how to implement a better way of teaching it both efficiently and meaningfully. As Wilkins say, without grammar, very little can be conveyed. Without vocabulary, however, nothing is conveyed. IELTS, the International English Language Testing System, is an English language proficiency test that carries out the wishes of people for different purposes. The overall band score scale is 1 to 9. While there are several factors affecting the candidate's success in getting the optimal performance, one significant factor is having a wide knowledge of vocabulary. In order to help learners widen their vocabulary knowledge to achieve a higher score on IELTS, it is crucially important to make sure that the right approach to learning vocabulary is being adopted. Essential Words for IELTS is one of the main resources for IELTS test takers to improve and learn vocabulary. Although this book has a plethora of ways and methods, teaching and adopting every aspect of it in the limited time of the class is not feasible. Moreover, allocating enough time individually for each learner is something beyond the scope of the class setting context. One of the main approaches to address vocabulary incompetency that I've seen so far in my career is just providing the students with a list of new and unfamiliar words to memorize, which is mostly translated and lacks context on how the words are actually used in a sentence. Therefore, it makes students bored and less engaging. A study by Karimi stipulates the idea that incidental vocabulary learning is in fact better than intentional, and having a mixed method of incidental and intentional vocabulary results in a longer retention and even better understanding. Therefore, this Capstone project focuses on the online ways to help learners of English as a foreign language improve their vocabulary bank and ultimately achieve a band score of 6.5 and above on IELTS test in the subfield of lexical range. In this Capstone project, I've tried to make vocabulary learning through Essential Words for the IELTS more contextual and more engaging. The design process I've used is the ADDIE model that we explored in Education 891. ADDIE has been considered one of the successful ways to design and develop curriculum content for the purpose of learning. It provides learning designers with an essential structure for designing curricula in any learning environment such as in education, corporate settings, government, nonprofit, or any other organizations where learning takes place. ADDIE is composed of 5 essential stages: analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. During the needs analysis phase, I have explored self-directed learning, SDL, and personalized learning, PL. Self-directed learning, as one of the leading principles in my design, helped me to achieve what I need to do in my Capstone project. What self-directed learning offers is leaving the course content for students to learn on their own and find the right material for them to grasp the new knowledge. Having the access to the website to cover supplementary book content online is a better strategy to tackle vocabulary problems. Personalized learning is another driving force to shape this Capstone project. PL has helped me understand every student has their own unique way of learning, and different tools can and will help them achieve this goal. Another principle of PL lies in the heart of the pace to which an individual can learn new language, depending on several factors such as lack of previous knowledge, cognitive overload, extraneous load, and lack of desired environment. Therefore, the idea of the website to foster vocabulary knowledge is to facilitate the problem of speed to which the learner will learn new vocabulary. It'll give them enough time to build their previous knowledge if lacks any. It'll introduce the knowledge just about enough depending on how a human memory works in terms of short-term, long-term, and active memory to hinder the problem of cognitive overload and minimize the erroneous factors. In order to comply with the principles of PL and SDL, there'll be different resources available for students to use and add to their existing knowledge. These resources will be multimedia, videos with closed caption and embedded listening explanation, quizzes, as well as games. These resources are put up on a website in different ways. Based on my learning goals, I have tried to include and design these resources more contextual and as engaging as possible. I've used Google Sites as a free tool to design and execute my ideas on the web. The website contains 5 main pages: nominally, home, about, calendar, course material, and assignment. All of these pages active and content inside, however, one of them is not useful at the moment. Since this is a work in progress, the calendar page does not contain useful information for the time being. However, it'll be including the course calendar with the homework and lessons to cover for each session. Homepage includes the welcome logo as well as showing the navigation through the website. The text in the navigation section are also active for ease of use. The course material page on the website includes 3 lessons divided by the category and the title. For example, dancing is a subject to be covered in culture. All the pictures and text and even illustrations are active, so everything is just a click away. Once the lessons are clicked and open, you will see the passage highlighted with the new vocabulary. This allows learners to initially engage in the content of the new vocabulary building process. In addition, there's an audio file player right on the top left corner. Unfortunately, the book lacks the pronunciation practice, so this audio file is recorded to engage more students in the pronunciation. Moreover, the audio file is embedded with soundtrack of the same topic. For example, for the hula dancing, you'll hear the Hawaiian hula music in the background. Articulate 360 is a holistic suite of interconnected apps for all the e-learning needs. Although it is an expensive software to afford, it has the free trial version to access some limited features. There are millions of pictures, illustrations, and internal or external resources to use from its library. The extra practice is accessible through Articulate 360 at the bottom of the page. There is a short explanation right beside the bottom for the course practice in order to prevent confusion. So once you click on the button, it opens a new tab, keeping the old one. Once clicked, you will be directed on a website you can begin with by clicking on the Start Course button. By starting the course, you will be shown a set of interactive, engaging, and fun activities to play around and move to the end. There is no timer, no external force, no monitoring whatsoever. The only thing you need is put in time and immerse into it. There's a flashcard stack in the beginning. Wherever possible, there is an illustration or image to ease the understanding as well. Before finishing reading the card stack, flipping all the way to the end, you won't be able to continue. So the practice keeps on with a couple of more activities before you face the second barrier, which is matching cards with the corresponding word families, like being a verb, noun, adjective, etc. Once that is matched, you unlock the final stage, which is the labeled interactive graphic. As you see, the dot marker number 2 is already open on the dancer's head, explaining what is meant by garland, as well as a short listening with an example sentence. There is only one more thing to mention, and that is the progress. The progress to the end of the practice is shown in percentage right below the title on top left corner. As you can see, it shows 100% complete. All the 3 lessons have their own dedicated practice course similar to each other but different in content and features. Now let's see what quizzes are. After finishing all the practice modules, there comes the final stage. Same as almost every practice, this one also ends in a quiz. Assignment page of the website is a place where you can get redirected to the quiz. The quiz for this online practice has also been designed and performed by Articulate 360 Rise. So there are 3 sections in the quiz, one for each lesson. Each quiz has 10 questions. Questions have different prompts and flow. Some are matching, some are multiple choices, some have blank space to fill in, and some enjoy multiple selection choices. Since this quiz is considered a kind of a formative assessment to keep in a student's portfolio, most of the questions have a feedback from the instructors as well. The quiz section is designed in a way that it can't be skipped. That is to say, once you start, you have to finish all the way down to the 3 sections, including 30 questions overall. The same as practice modules, there is a progress percentage on the top left corner. The passing score for quiz is 70%. It means 7 out of 10 must be answered to be able to unlock the rest of the quiz. Questions are designed and delivered in a way that both questions and answers shuffle every time a person reapply or retake the quiz.
So as I told you, this is just a work in progress, and I hope that I can work more on it in the coming weeks and months to put it into practice, and probably we can pilot it in several other classes and other institutes. I have a couple of people to talk to. If they agree, we can just have it in the class and then see the result and everything. I'm very excited about it, and I hope one day soon we can make it happen. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and illustration on the website, the artifact, everything that was put up here. Now I'm very excited and looking forward to answering your questions soon.